Hello, gang. Here we are. We're back with Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy. Where I'm hoping that this is the last trial, not the trial of this part, and that we don't have to deal with any other things. Okay, we'll see, because I would eventually like to get back to my magic units. But we'll see what happens. So, yeah, let's just jump right in to the trial. They're playing that alarm again? Grr, how did I get into this mess? That's far enough. You can't run forever. Mr. Phoenix Wright? What? Huh? What? What have I done wrong? Cannot allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence. You're no longer worthy of your title. This has gotta be a nightmare, right? I've had this dream before someplace, some time ago. As if this day was written into my destiny. Today I'll stand in court as a lawyer to prove a killer innocent. Oh, wow, okay. There's a beep. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't look so well, dude. They're going to prove me guilty today, right? Or I'm not guilty today, right? Haha. If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is around today's verdict, too. Grr. Now listen up, you better get Enguard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that crazy letter not guilty, I'll never forgive you, ever. Oh yeah. Phoenix. But Mia! Maya, how's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? He hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. Mia, what am I supposed to do? Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. But you can't give up. There's still some hope left. Stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here, not anywhere. Alright, it's the Chris and God again. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it. You're real mean, Bound. Ah, Gumshoe, I'm really sorry. Where are you? They let me join the investigation team or chasing after the killer Bound. Wait, they let you back on? Then you have some sort of lead? So, but right now we got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not going to give up. Gumshoe? Until the trial's over, until the verdict is handed down, we're going to do everything we can to find the killer. If you get my out, then you can get Enguard the guilty verdict he deserves, Belle. Well, sure, I could do that if I found Maya first. You got that, so you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. I have to make the trial last longer. If you go at Mr. Edward with everything you've got, then you two can draw it out. Oh, now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edward can do it. So, believe in us. We're going to give it all we got, just like you. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Great. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have it in abundance. Yeah! Not wrong. Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through, I know it. I really hope he does. March 22nd to District Courtroom number 3. What does thou session for the trial that ended? The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder. That is, today, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edward, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews. She offered evidence that threw suspicion on Mr. Engard. And proceeded to escape the crime scene wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of those actions are those from which she cannot escape. They're saying that she is guilty after all. I'm not finished, Your Honor. Please do not interrupt me again. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? It looks like a shell. This is a calling card of a certain assassin. An assassin, you say? Yes, John Cordell was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired the assassin, his client, so to speak, is Matt Engard. Well, what a surprising turn of events. I would think it would become commonplace by now, Your Honor. I know what's going on this time, so I know that everything Edward has to say is true. But we still have to hold out as long as we can, at least until Maya is safe and sound. I wonder how the trial will turn out today. Roland, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Prosecution calls the defense mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand. What? Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please. Oh, okay, bub. I'm Will Powers. I'm a poor, underpaid action star. What is your relation to the defendant? Well, that is, I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor in a way. Yeah, bub. Mr. Powers, please. You don't need to put yourself down so much. Sorry, well, I'm just kinda a nothing sort of guy. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. What? Is this correct? Yeah, yes? I didn't know that. But you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went. All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. Engard's room. Okay, bub, sure. After the award ceremony, bub, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of the room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first, I thought it was the bellboy. I wanted to do them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I guessed with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me. Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Powers' testimony. Talking with the bellboy is no big deal. One assumes that the person Mr. Engard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy. What are you implying? Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in for another sticky situation. He's trying to trap me and reveal that our client's guilty. Edward, no, I need you to throw me a bone and allow me to drag things out. Huh? A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? Yeah, Phoenix. I've had to look things up for this game. And yet even I could tell what Wright was going to do. But first to find out more, we're just gonna have to charge in head first, alright? Visit to Matt's room. We're at press on everything. Are you sure that was Matt and God? Yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing the nickel samurai mask then. That's the case, and he can't really be mistaken. And what was the defense doing standing in front of his own room? Yeah, following the trend. At first, what do you mean by that? Well, he was in the bellboy's uniform and a bottle of juice on the tray. Sounded like an ordinary bellboy to me. Yeah. Yeah, Bob, but I don't think he was a normal bellboy. Why was that? Why did I think that, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Sorry, but I can't remember right now, sorry. I don't really have to wait patiently on this one, that's fine. You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant, together, correct? Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats. Now while you're watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. A tip? But that's perfectly normal thing to do. Well, how long did you watch the two of them? No more than a minute or two, I think. So who were these guys you were talking about? You guys, of course. You're my little butt. Well, Bob, I thought it would be really rude since I invited you guys if I disappeared on you, Bob. So I went back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Matt in the hallway. This is like sweet and warm from the stone. It's probably pointless to press further. You remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night? I don't remember that happening at all. When I was making such a racket in her hyper state, I ended up focusing on her. I see. In any case, from the story, you probably wasn't gone for very long. The defendant's room? Why did you go there? Well, I'm his mentor, like a big brother sort, Bub, and I want to say congrats. Well, what's wrong? Why did you stop? Mr. Wright. Well, what is it? You're going to try to drag me into a corner, aren't you? No, Powers! I would never do that for you. It's Edward that's gonna try and do that. Huh? I know I'm just a poor underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer. No one said you were, Mr. Powers. Oh, please, don't trick me, Bob. Every time you do your law thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy. Every time? What next? I will possibly talk to the defense at a later time. For now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony. So sorry. So, you went to the defense room and then... Hey, wait a minute! When and how did I suddenly turn into the bad guy here? How am I supposed to even... I've pressed everything. Actually, Mr. Puzzle, a few minutes ago you stated, you know, I did feel something weird. Oh, I have to press it twice. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. Could be that I felt something strange about the chip-given incident itself. Ha, yeah, that's it. You really know your job. Mr. Adolf? Yes, Your Honor? This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he? Yep, and I walked in shop. Perhaps we should let the witness tell us. Well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony. You mean about the bellboy, right? I gave the bellboy a tip. Oh, wait, no, we got a new thing. So I gave the bellboy a tip? What's so strange about that? Oh, well, you see, Bob, Matt's a poor penny pitcher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me. How much was it? That's something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his bucket. That's when I got myself a good look at the guy's face. I was real shocked. I'm a 5, but I don't follow at all. So I was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which historic moments I should ask about. This. The question is, do I... See, this is the problem. Oh, boom, I have to try and avoid it. George's tip, otherwise, you know, he keeps doing... Otherwise, the trial isn't gonna last as long as it needs to. I have a feeling. So, we'll do the tip. The appendage is a huge star. He can't justly afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree? Sure, Bub. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think. A little too much? Would you please clarify for the court about how much would you say the defendant gave the bellboy? Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. And why is that? Because he gave the bellboy a real fat roll of cash. A roll of cash? Oh, well, how interesting. That certainly was about a generous tip, wasn't it? Very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor. Oh, no. Did I just fall into his trap? Did I activate this trap card? The judge should begin to look awfully suspicious of us. Normally, I would rate... Okay. Save. We're gonna save over this, because I just need a backtrack. Because then I'll have 2 different backtrackings I can do. Alright, the objection. The defense is a superstar. That kind of tip is typical fare for people like him. All saying that all superstars are super spenders. If I could receive a large amount of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting? He's got a point. I don't even get paid low rolls of cash for all my hard work. So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it? Payment, Your Honor? Payment? Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. John Cordia. Then the bellboy witness saw. Yes, he was the assassin. Hold your horses now. Mr. Edward, you don't have any proof of this, do you? I have never been unprepared to support my... Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the card Shelley the Killer left after the scene of the crime. Shelley the Killer. He's the person the police special investigation team have been chasing for ages. I'm certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley the Killer. But really? What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head. I think I just figured something out. Oh, please do tell. Actually, I saw that bellboy later on that night. What? Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw. Yes, sir, right away. I guess that was the right choice. I hope? Like, Dude, I'm trying your best, but there's a lot of evidence stacked against you. This time, I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom, bub. And that's when that bellboy said, "Oh, I come out of the room." Of course, when I said room, I mean John Cordille's room. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kinda out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. I mean, thank you very much. That's all we need for now. Huh? But I'm not done. There's still more. Bub, let's first establish that the bellboy was truly a day killer. Then we shall see. So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. If that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious. That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh. This is no laughing matter. It's a nervous laugh, Mia. I guess we're gonna press everything, because last time we pressed everything. Sure it was the same bellboy? Yeah, bub. How could you tell? All the bellboys were the same uniform after all. But you said, well, he had those stitches in his face. So I'm sure it's the same guy that was talking with Matt. So which room did the bellboy come out of? Bro, press. The victim's room, huh? Yeah, bub. The one with the real pretty flowers and teddy bears? No, it was John's room, alright. Words cannot describe how screwed I am. Let's continue with the testimony, shall we? So what exactly was so out of place about him? Right. Why the grin? Maybe because I have no idea what the damaging thing is gonna say next? Well, the bellboy was empty-handed. Empty-handed? That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart, and he wasn't holding a tray either. Bob, you call that a little strange too, wouldn't you, bub? I agree, that is a bit strange, Mr. Powers. Is it really that unusual to be empty-handed? What should I do? Should I let Powers testimony slide, or... No, I want the plus button. There we go. We'll try and pull a fast one. It's not strange or unusual about empty-handed bellboy. But there really is. There really isn't. After the two are done being school children, bellboys offer room service. There's no reason for them to be empty-handed ever. Your Honor, I asked that the witness previously be supplanted with this new one. Edward, are you going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious? Yes. I said, well, this court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please. Yes, sir. Sure, we'll press on that. So you're saying that it's suspicious for him to be empty-handed? Yeah, real suspicious, Bob. I mean, when I first saw the bellboy, he was holding a tray in his hand. And there was a bottle of juice and a wine glass on it. Juice? What kind of juice was it? I'm pretty sure it was tomato juice. We can come up with some sort of reason as to why we come out empty-handed. Some sort of proof, but I think we can dodge a bullet on this one for now. Proof, huh? Sounds like another job for the court record. I mean, bunch of juice. Is there a crime scene photo? Yeah, there's a tray right there. And a bottle of juice, and we also see the wine glass. It's going to be one of those two options. I'm gonna go with the crime scene photo. And if that doesn't work, we're gonna go with the juice next, because it's the only two things that I feel like would work. Mr. Powers? Yes, sir. You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? Since you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true. But, is it really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and... So, a baseball has stitches. Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? Well, there's also, I mean, what about him being empty-handed? I'd like to ask the court to please take a look here. This is the crime scene. There's a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Cordier's body. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. And now, if you would look at what is on the top of the table in the lower corner here, now we can clearly say it's a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Cordier's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left. But that would mean the bellboy had seen and left the dead body in the room. But can you prove that Mr. Cordier was already dead at that time? Mr. Edward? Yes? I blame you for letting me down this route. I'm terribly sorry. What's with him? Why is he laughing? Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us? Is there? The bellboy is empty-handed, or should I say empty-handed? I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands. Oh yeah, I almost forgot, bub. Huh? What? That bellboy, he was wearing gloves. Gloves? Yeah, pitch black leather ones. Only our bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right? Black leather gloves. Why didn't you mention them earlier? So sorry, it slipped my mind. Oh boy, does this make the bellboy look really suspicious? Alright, go focus. I can't get lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves. Come on, Mr. Wright. That bellboy was wearing black leather ones. He could have a latex allergy or whatever. So a football is made of leather. Phoenix, what are you doing? You're saying that all footballs are suspicious because they're made out of leather? Yup. But not mine. Received a large roll of cash from the defendant. And then, the scene of the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. Don't think that even someone like myself can believe it was just another bellboy. Erg. Okay, but here's my new defense. How would my client have known about the bellboy? I don't know. Like, Edward, please throw us a bone. Please, we just need to stretch this trial as long as we can, and they can find Maya. Now, the witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony. The rest? Oh yes, please tell us more. Okay, bub. The second meeting, oh dear. After leaving John's room, the bellboy went to knock the man's door, just like that. Gave something to the person inside the room. Then the old guy just left without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and came back to my seat. So, the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room. Yeah, I kind of saw all that by accident. Some accident? I say you saw too much. And all of this was suspicious to high heaven. Powers. You're really messing up. You're really harming Maya. I take a step to say we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Their second meeting. Who on earth is going to be the second witness? I'm curious if there's going to be a second witness or not. Because I'm assuming, you know, there's probably going to be a recess. That's everything. Is that what I saw while you were busy spying? Excuse me, I'm a port on a prediction so bub, but even I want to stoop to smile. Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all this from, Mr. Powers? Oh, from the door of the bathroom with my left eye and sort of a sneaky spy light. I knew he was spying. Please, does it really matter if he was doing it over or underhandedly? What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know. Person in room side. Did you see? I said hold it. Okay. That's fair. Ahem. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate us further. Okay. I should probably ask him to one question ask it. A person inside. This is where it will screw me up. It's gonna be either I'm gonna say something. Gave something to this person? Yeah, bub. And what was the something? Ha ha ha. If I remember what it was, I wouldn't be calling it something, would I? But this implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. I surely really can't remember, Mr. Powers. I think it was something kind of small. This is a really crucial piece of information. Please, try to remember what it was. I'll try. And in mind, Tom, let's talk about another point, namely what the bellboy did next. Oh, so after he gave the person inside the room the thing. Where did this bellboy go after he left Mr. Engard's room? He opened the door to reveal a hall, went there, and who knows after that, right? I do. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat. Did you see anything strange, suspicious, or just out of the ordinary at that time? Oh yeah, I saw that one thing. What? Saw something else? There was this Nigerian alien with a ray gun. It was watching on the door like some sort of stalker. Oh, I think we can forget about the alien. I don't know, Mr. Powell's testimony is just... Now it's just as vague as his first. It's a little troublesome, isn't it? But I'm sure if you press him enough, everything will become clearer. So I think I have to go with the person. Although it does make it harder on us, doesn't it? Ugh, talk about a lose-lose situation. You gotta do the person. I said hold it, blah blah blah. Person side. So who took this something the bellboy handed off? Actually, I don't know. What do you mean? I'm sorry, bub, but I only saw the person's arm. Only an arm. Then you're saying you didn't see the person's face? Yeah, bub. I would like to summarize the testimony up with this point, if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crops, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he had a small item of some sort to the person's side. For the person who received the item, all you could see was the person's arm. Can we ask what the arm looked like? Yeah, yes, it was just like that. But Sir Edworth, is all this really that important? Of course, Your Honor, I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client. Mr. Powers, please try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off. Well, let's see. I think it was no. If you remember, please add it to your testimony. Yeah, yes, sir. How am I supposed So again, I could say for sure, but I think it's some sort of one statue. Hold on, what? A statue? Yeah, it kind of looked like one, I guess. If I saw the actual thing again, I'd probably remember, you know? Looks like for this trial to proceed, I'm going to have to come up with whatever the statue thing is and show it to him. You're going to have to trust your instinct on this one. Take a chance, Phoenix. Well, Mr. Powers, let's continue with your testimony. What's the bellboy do after that? Yeah. What is in? I know what it is. What is the point of that pregnant pause? Where did that sort of objection come from? Well, look, speak up. It was me, Your Honor. What is it, Phoenix? I have a feeling that something bad is gonna happen once I show this. That's so odd. If you have something to say, please spit it out. Yeah, yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix, deep breath. Mr. Powers, there's something you saw. Was it this item? Oh, hey, that's it. That's something. Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out, bud. As I recall, we found this at Matt Engar's mansion. At the defendant's house? What does this mean? It's simple, Your Honor. Shelly the killer assassinated John Cadeno's room, and then he stole this one bell from the scene of the crime. I just had a thought. That's where there is Celeste Impact's suicide note is kept. It was kept. I'll be curious to see if that's the case. Then, the bourbon found at Matt Engar's mansion would mean... It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Matt Engard is the killer's client. Oops. Order, I said order. Mr. Wright, this is most unfortunate turns of events for you. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Mia. No, it's alright. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. But if you had shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. I also forgot that he knew about it too. I think it's clear that there is no need for us to continue this trial. I can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please. Yes, Mr. Wright? There's still a few points left that we've not fully explored. What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, we can't have that. Yeah, totally can't have that. Also, how many sleep? Oh, they gave me 10 safe slots. Cool. Oh, what, Mr. Wright? What is the questionable point you would like to explore further? It's either the bear itself or the person that received the bear, and I'm not sure. The bear itself, we'll go with. I think it's very obvious that the bear itself is very questionable. The bear, Mr. Wright. This was found at Mr. Engar's mansion. However, Matt Engar was arrested at the hotel that night, which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home. Oh! I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It is not possible that it was Matt Engar who took this bear to his mansion. Well, that's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. There's no way Thomas from the defendant taken this bear home. You just asked her like, no, Edgeworth. You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright. Huh? I remember it clearer as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at Engar's mansion. The killer and Engar were working together, so to speak. And bye-bye spam. Been a long time since I found one of those. I need to figure out how to kill. I said kill wrong thing. The killer and Engar were working together, so to speak. And the killer was hired at Engar's mansion as its butler. What? A bold move. The Barfucker worm was brought back to Engar's mansion by the killer himself. Yes? Yeah, it looked like he was about to be arrested, and God had him do so. I assume because it would have been very bad had the police found it during their investigation. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now. This is too much. Is there any way I can attack at all? I have to try. I have to find something else. What will you do now, Mr. Wright? Do you plan to? I want to expose a clearly shaky place in Mr. Power's testimony. Well, what? There's still another one? There is indeed, Your Honor, and it's quite a questionable point. What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, we can't have that. Alright, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further? I guess the person who received the bear. There's one thing in Mr. Tower's testimony that was very unclear, and that is the identity of the person who received the bear. Person inside the room. Sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear, we can't be sure it was. Ha ha ha! Ah! Well, what is it, Mr. Powers? If I got to scream like that, then at least give us a good reason why. Oh, yeah, sorry, bub. Actually, so, I remembered. I remembered who took the bear. What? Really? I mean, I only saw his arm, but the arm, it was the Nickel Samurai arm, I swear it. You've gotta be kidding. Are you sure that, Mr. Powers? Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai, bub. Order, order! It looks like you've dug your own grave yet again. How many times is that today? I've lost count. So the person who took this little bear was the Nickel Samurai. And as we all know, Matt Engard is the Nickel Samurai. Thanks to the fence, we made that all in the cleaver. I think we've heard enough. What no one's theory was at the defendant's mansion, as well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin's room. Everything has become very clear. The client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Matt Engard. No, did I just mess? I think I just messed up. I see no reason for the trial to continue. Therefore, I'll now hand down my verdict. Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you cannot win against the truth, could you? I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Andrew said is the truth. Any last objections, Mr. Wright? Well, what should I do? We gotta raise objection, we gotta delay. Objection! There's only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is one dirty trick. Your Honor, what now? We have these two reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number one, he accepted the bow figurine from the assassin. Reason number two, that very same figurine was found in Engard's mansion. However, it's possible that this all was the work of a certain other person. What are you saying? What I'm saying is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client. Sorry. The real client? Yes. Is this all you have? Yes, please, give it to me. Now, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Who do you think is the killer's real client, and therefore the real murderer? Oh, if I get this wrong. I can't do willpowers. Surely I can't surely. I feel like it's her. Right? Like we're blaming the blame on her. Okay, I'm going to present. And if it's not her, I'll look it up. Adrian Andrews. Yes, we already know that she tried to frame Matt Engard for the crime while wearing a Sparrow Nickel Samurai costume. Oh! Then the Nickel Samurai arm that I saw? That could very well have been Miss Andrews. I'm sorry, Miss Andrews. But what about Mr. Engard? If you would please recall yesterday's testimony, the Defiant was taking a nap during the break period. That's right. Then, finding this figure at Mr. Engard's mansion, it was a very well laid trap set by Miss Andrews. Mr. Adolf, what is your opinion on this? What's your opinion on this? Well, I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic. Besides which, there's no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either. What is with this trial? Come on, I can't believe the defense would go so far as putting it on someone else. Yeah, unbelievable. It's not. It's something petty. It's murder of all things. This is the same man. This is the same man. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is the one fight I can't give up on. Order, order. All disruptive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom. Your Honor? For the benefit of the fans, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game. His what-if game, Mr. Edworth? The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Thank you, Edworth, Mr. Wright. Even if you have thought it's strange and wondered, why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? He's right. The killer did specifically bring that bear to Engard right away. Why do you ask? There's something special about it? Absolutely. I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, I think I'm right about it containing the suicide note. A true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews. And who would that be? It's quite simple, Your Honor, Miss Adrian Andrews herself. I see. Well then, the court will take a short 5-minute recess. There's the part 2. The prosecution will prepare the witness in that time. Yes, Your Honor. About 23rd, 11:54 a.m. Defendant Lomri number 3. Ha. Well, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? But I never thought in your desperation you tried to pin the guilt on Adrian. I swear this demon will pay. Mr. Nick! But Pearls? Where's Mia? I don't know. The restaurant power suddenly called her away. Restaurant power? It's gotta be Maya, right? Oh, Mr. Nick, your phone is... It's from Gumshoe. Beam? How's it going? Have you been hanging in the bell? Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto. Bill, that's good, Belle. And what about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer Maya are? We still don't have any leads, but... What? We don't have any more time! If we just had one, even a single clue would be really helpful. Come on. I was only this because I kept thinking for myself. I gotta keep the trial going until my husband been rescued. But I just have to run out. But have I just run out of luck this time? Is all our hope for naught? A tent! Huh? A tent? I can see a circus tent! But Mia! It looks like Mom was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. So she woke up, she called for me. So it was Maya that called you away. She's locked in a dusty little room right now, but I could see a circus tent outside the window about 30 feet away. Gumshoe! Is there a circus in town right now? There's only one bell, the very big circus, you'll remember. There's somewhere within a 30-foot radius of the main tent. Well, what? Okay, hold on a sec, Belle. Hey, draw a circle on that map about 30-foot radius from the main tent. Hurry. And? I can see a mailbox under the window just outside. Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox. Okay, what else? What else, Mia? I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. It felt like I was in an old office building, maybe the 3rd floor or so. I heard an old office building. Good stuff, Belle. Okay, just hang in there a little longer, Belle. Wish us luck. Good luck. I got your lead, so don't let your battery die. Okay, Belle? Beep. Yeah, mine's not hurt, right? She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's been being starved. Gumshoe, please hurry. Looks like we're out of time. Are you alright, Phoenix? It's only a matter of time before Megal's rescued. I can do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer. Okay, I am gonna save this. We're still on part 1? We should be on part 2 right now, that's fine, whatever. I suppose it does say to be continued, doesn't it? Oh well. I'm gonna be right back and get more water. Alright, I'm back. Court will now reconvene. The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. This one obviously question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defense manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Oh, she's no longer playing with the card. Cool. Alright. Well, sorry. I was curious what they would give her. And she wasn't, playing with the card. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder. I understand. There we go. Now, have you ever seen this bell before, Miss Andrews? Of course I have. You've seen it before? That's right, it's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten this court to this bear's secrets? Alright. Why does she... The bear figurine. Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. I insert a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bag. You can't tell You really can't tell that's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. So, this figure ring is a container of sorts, is it? Yes, it looks to me deceiving, wouldn't you agree? Yes, this is a pearl of craftsmanship. Oh yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Looks like there's really something to that bear after all. Bear figurine. Press something so you can take it apart, and how will one go about doing that? Well, you first turn its tail to the right and then push it in. Oh yes, I see. After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed. Ooh, this is most interesting. The boy has new toys, like he's 5 all over again. Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on. I think you've lost it. So what did you find after you... What do you find after you take the puzzle apart? How do you know about this? I know because I was the one who bought it. Huh? It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland. Then this was a present from you? That's right. There's a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for John. So it was a present from Miss Andrews. What else? Let's continue with your testimony. So, well, now we know what she's familiar with it. But I bet she never thought he would ever put the suicide note in it. Okay, I do want to go back to the first one. No, shoot. Sorry, I hit this thing again. A puzzle? That's right. Well, it looks like an old figurine. True enough. To people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess this was a puzzle. So what kind of puzzle is this exactly? So who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle? Only the two of us, John and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland. So I doubt there are that many people with the same bear in this country. But this looks like it can be easily broken. Especially if someone wanted to get at what's inside. Well, it's a toy, but it can never be the same again once it's been broken. Who else knows this bear is actually a small container or jewelry box? Never told anyone. Though it gets shown on or told anyone either, then only the two of us knew. The two of you, huh? Then of course that means Mr. Engar didn't know, right? That's about all I'm gonna get for now. We're getting updated in the court record. Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have come to realize that there is one very important fact we have uncovered, and it is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we agreed to this point, there's only one logical question that can come next, and that is, what is inside this box? What's inside? That's right. This is what we're going to find out next. Witness? Yes? You are the only one who can open this. Please. There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Miss Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart. I've opened it. Is this what you wanted? Well, what is that? It looks like a note. I don't think we need to guess what it is, do we, Mr. Wright? Yeah, I was right. It's the suicide note. The suicide note? The suicide note left John Cordelia's former manager, Celeste Impacts. Till no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, John Cordelia himself. Oh, Miss Andrews. Seems Celeste Impacts had very beautiful handwriting. She just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left before she committed suicide. Oh, Miss Andrews, you gotta be hating us. Order. What, Miss? Did you know about this? Yes, I did. I heard all about it from John. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public. But I couldn't find it anywhere. Because it had already been taken by the killer. Now things go at Mr. Edward's pace. So now the suicide note has been found. What's the next logical question? What is written on the note? That's right. At least, that's what I would think. Or, yeah, but I feel like the more important question is from what you have known about the note. Because as she stated, only her and John knew. Now then, I believe it's only appropriate the contents of this note be made known. I can't stop you, can I? Or for so much, just to get my hands on it. I was going to burn it, for her sake. I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, I think a play is read the contents of the note aloud. Very well. John's voice rang out loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her notes, Celeste impacts of the rescue of all that happened to her. About being used and left away by Engard. About being engaged to Condora and Edgar's role in destroying that. About how she decided in her despair to end it all. That's all Miss Impacts have to say. There's one thing I would like to say here. Prosecution has no interest in slandering Miss Engard. Then what? Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness? Yes. On the night of the murder, John was going to make the contents of the note public. After the ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference. My word! That Engard was about his refreshing like a spring breeze image, which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost. Add to the court record, okay. It's Engard's fault that woman killed herself, and this shows how terrible was a selfish person. I guess there's a slight imbalance that everyone would defend these creeps too. But that's not what we put out here. This says that killer's client was to obtain the suicide note. The only person who needed the snow that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget the box note was found at the defendant's house. Well, it seems that we've come to the truth at last. The defense motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone. Oh, how am I supposed to escape from this one? What the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do. I know, I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay, there are 2 deadly pieces of evidence, the figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of the situation for one of those. Or just stall long enough as, hey, how am I going to know about the jewelry box? After all, she said. Already in the judge's hand, Phoenix, hurry! Suicide note and pick complete, that's what I'm trying to pursue. The figurine. The suicide note doesn't matter. It does give the motive, and that's the strongest piece of evidence. The figurine, however, how would you have known it was a jewelry box? That's what I'm gonna go with. I could be wrong, and I'm willing to deal with that. But please wait, Your Honor. Yeah. Y'all trust check me on. Well, look at that lawyer. He's still going at it. It's like he doesn't care that he's trying to get a killer off the hook. The assassin took this weapon from the scene after murder of Mr. Cordia. Other request of the find, of course. So, what's your point, Mr. Wright? I don't think it's possible that the killer's client was Matt Engel. But I think there's a contradiction here. You can't tell just by looking at the spare or Israeli jewelry box. The chances that Miss Engel thought the note was inside the spare are 0 to none. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. Exactly, but I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. After all, there's no reason why Mr. Engel would ever want a jewelry box like this. Order. You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what's your opinion? Come on, Edgeworth! Mr. Flash, I think I did very well on this one. Unfortunately, I think he believes differently. I believe a show of appreciation is in order. Huh? The defense seems to be in love with wishing more to spare upon itself. Huh? I would like to direct the court's attention to this. No, really, I'm just dragging things out. I just want to make him look more guilty. That's really all my goal is here. Make him look more guilty while stalling for time. What is that? It's a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying. Spying? What the? I thought that spy camera was in my possession? Matt Engel and the victim are both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of camera item to find each other's weaknesses. And the victim, John Cordia, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt Engel. Order! Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? You didn't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities. Well, sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright. I see you're confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, well, I have a camera that I've stuffed in the bell's eye. Yeah? But this camera that I have is not that same one. That's not. I searched the victim's house on a hunch. Using this Gumshoe's bug sweeper. But either way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera. That Engel's fingerprints were on there. Well, Phoenix, it looks like those cameras are hidden all over the place, huh? What am I supposed to say to that evidence? I think this is the it's apparent obvious that Mr. Engard learned of the suicide note through this. He watched the victim all along. He was watching the victim all along. He got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that. Hey, now what's that all you're thinking? Mommy? Is that man the bad killer guy? Stop, don't look at him. The way he's sweating is so ew, nasty. Phoenix? Yes, Chief? Can't figure out what you're going to do next yet. What am I going to do next? Just running away like a freaking child were? I know Chief and Mr. Edward was very close to finding this case, but in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing. Well, what is it, Mia? There's a piece of evidence that he really should investigate. Something you should investigate? I really hate to see the good prosecutor get schooled. We're not reminded to look into the eye when he had the chance. Why are you speaking riddles all of a sudden? Stop speaking riddles! Oh, I think it's something fun. So another thing. Well, Mr. Watt, you don't have any projections, do you? What's this piece of evidence that Mia's talking about? Well, let's look in the court record and find out. I don't know. Is it the fact that it was found in his house? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Unless, where's the transmitter that camera belonged to? Is that what we're supposed to be finding? I hope so. Cause I feel like we're on misstep and you know. What is that silly so showing up? Present evidence! I have an objection, Your Honor. That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright. Objection! Your Honor, the defense has no intention of letting this go so easily. You're beginning to sound desperate. That's just your imagination, Your Honor. Mr. Adroth, this is not like you at all. I don't eagerness to prove your point. You've forgotten one very important thing. Hey, isn't that what I just said? So you're telling me that Miles Adroth, forgot something? You're so close, Mr. Adroth. But there's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence. Oh no, I should have hit. I'm gonna go with the transmitter. If it's not the transmitter, if it's not the transmitter, I'll try. And if it's not the camera, I will reload. Mr. Adroth? Yes, I do believe some special examinations needed, but I think the item should examine this defense grade matter. Whoops. So after this trial, I would like to see my channels. I think there are a few things we need to discuss. Yes, Your Honor. So, are you gonna so you're telling me that I forgot something? Okay. Camera is then. Nope, okay. What is it? Because I don't know what it could possibly be. Oh! I never... Okay, so it's the suicide note that I'm supposed to present. Sorry, but that, like, took such a big hitting. That is Miss Impact's suicide note, right? Who knows? I mean, sure, the suicide note was found inside this bear, but this bear was in my possession only until a few moments ago. Which means the hammer on the suicide note has yet to be analyzed. Oh, so as to whether this pivotal evidence was really written by Miss Impacts or not, that has yet to even be remotely confirmed. But Mr. Wright, you can't seriously be suggesting. Mr. Wright, are you saying the suicide note is a fake? Miss Andrews, you are the one who tried to pin this burn on Mr. Engard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into this bag? How dare you? Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There's no evidence linking the witness's suicide note whatsoever. But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it. What? Recall the witness' testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle is the witness herself. Ah! Miss Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote so you could use it to frame that Engard. I did no such thing. Alright, if you're going to pronounce the suicide note as a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory. Mr. Edward, you were the one who presented the scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution. That's enough? Mr. Edward, can you confirm the handwriting on the suicide note? It is the defense stated that the handwriting has yet to be analyzed. That's the if that is the case, it seems that you again we reached a point where logic is impossible. Impossible? That's impossible! This isn't good, Phoenix! So it's just gonna carry this around for one more day. I don't think I will physically be able to make it another day. Well, I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I requested both the prosecution and defense further investigate. How I'm processing, but that's just sort of hard trying to bail him out. And I was guilty. Look, any of them can tell you that. I think we'll reach the end of the line. Guilty, 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 guilty. What is that sound? It's Gumshoe. Wait. Hello, Gumshoe? Hi. What's with him? And what was that sign? What's mine? What happened to the killer? He got away. What? I'm sorry, but I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. Wish there was some way to make it up to you. I really do. Anyway, what's going on? We found his hideout, but the two of them were already gone. This is terrible. I'm going to keep looking for them, but don't you worry. I just need a little more time. But just tell me we don't have any more. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Oh boy. Well, let me put you on speakerphone. I'm sorry, that's not a thing. Do you hear that? They're calling for his head. Mr. Wright, I can't. For the two of us to come this far and... Oh! Well, what is it? Let me talk to Mr. Edward. I can't do that. Mr. Wright, will you please get a hold of yourself? Yes, Your Honor. I'm about to end today's trial officers. You may take your phone calls after. Hold on, Your Honor. Edward, catch! Take that! Mr. Edward! Please, you got the buzz almost done. Court is in session. Wait. I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying... Mr. Watt, this is a court of law. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but... I am reluctant to do this. However, it appears I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow. This time I really can't do anything. Court is now adjourned for the day. Come on. Edward, yes! I need you to come through. Please wait, Your Honor. Edward? Thank you! What is that, Miss Edward? I humbly request another 30 minutes of your time, Your Honor. For what purpose? We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in that time. But can you really obtain results in 30 minutes? I believe we can, Your Honor. But wouldn't it be better if we jump for a day and then reconvene tomorrow? 30 minutes, please, Your Honor. That's all I'm asking for. Please, Your Honor. Very well. At the prosecution's request, the court will not take a 30-minute recess. But be advised, I will not allow another recess today. I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us. The court will now take its final recess of the day. District Court, defendant lobby number 3. What? Well, what's going on with that situation? The killer, it looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find her in that time. Ugh. Gosh! Report. Is that Mr. Edward? We don't have time. Just spit out. Just spit it out. All right. It looks like we just missed them, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident. I was rushed to get away. A few things. Can we use any of them as evidence? Ho ho ho, I've got the asphalt. I've got the things he left with me right now and I'm on my way over. Really? That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first. We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I swept the stuff and ran. What? Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I've got to put the law on hold for now. Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this. Bye, hunk of jackass. I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me. Alright, just get over here in one piece. I'm on a mission. No one can stop me now, sir. No one. I'm pulling all the stops are running. Pulling out all the stops are running. Every red light. I'm gonna find a murderer, huh? Sorry, every red light. Maybe there's something among them besides enough to end this. What the? Hell, what's wrong? To tell a gun show, answer me. No one can stop me. But no one can stop me. Did they... please tell me it was just some foolishness about the assassin? Well, what happened? It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. But what is he thinking? We gotta hurry and call for help. Well, I have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken, and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get those items before they do, the police will take the possession of them. No, we can't let that happen. Well, if there is a way we can find where he is, then we stand a chance. Why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Is there any way to find out exactly where he's at this moment? Honestly, there is a way. I don't know how. That's right, there is a way. What? How? I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gunn is for this. Uh-huh. For what? What do I have? Well, I don't say either. I'm gonna present the Magamoto. Right, we're not in the middle of a mock trial. Well, I guess this won't work, huh? I guess this is up to me. Alright, I'll take us up on my end. Don't get your hopes up too high. I'll try my best. Did I say something wrong? Edgeworth? What is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty. But what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt on someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say defense attorney if Phoenix Massachusetts F. Aw, right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict. Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Yes, a bailiff? There's a phone call for you, so they said it was extremely urgent. Before I finish the handwriting analysis, I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what you must do. To be continued. Oh, there. Now we're in the part 2. Yes, please. I would very much like to say. This second part of the trial better go through quickly. Maybe I should have done this earlier. Court will not reconvene. I sent both sides already. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you seem so distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? That is... It's nothing, Your Honor. What's wrong with Edgeworth? Send us cues. There's gotta be some sort of evidence. The suicide note gotta be fake, right? Right? Like... I mean, I guarantee... So now it really is. We have to rely on Gumshoe. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting and analysis on this impact suicide note. Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that the suicide note is a forgery. What? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This note was not written by Miss Impact herself. It is a fake. Order! Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what's going on? This was not run by Miss Impact, then who wrote it? Maybe I would need more time for more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. John Cordia. So, Miss Andrews, no. We didn't didn't do it, which is good. I thought it was her, but well. It looks like Miss Impact's never left the suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about Engard. However, Your Honor, even though the suicide note is indeed a fake, Engard could not have known that, so the facts remained unchanged. After a reception that was real, he had plotted to possess it. That does sound very plausible. It's clear that Engard had no idea the suicide note was a fake. Something seems a little wrong with it. Oh dear. Press evidence. Oh my gosh. It just told me that I should have presented Francisca von Karma's profile. I hope Edward came up with that. Alright, I just am really stuck. My brain is going into full overdrive mode right now. Oh! Yes! Right, the cameras! Those left to point its trail. That's impossible for Engard not to know it's a fake. That makes sense. Where's the camera? What is this little item called again? A video camera, Your Honor? Well, a very small one, but... Oh, that's right, a camera. Ah, you kids are your fancy toys nowadays. Mr. Edward earlier claimed that Matt Engard knew of the existence of this note because he was spying on the victim. Isn't that right? If that were true, then this means Mr. Engard would have known that the victim had forged the note. Ack! So then, the defendant knew the suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way. Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory, as for what Mr. Engard's motive for murder was, it has suddenly disappeared into thin air. But, Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. Engard monitored Mr. Cordia 24 hours a day. Now, perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. Engard didn't know of. Well, we'll right back at you, Edward. Why don't you show us the proof that the victim made the forgery in an unknown place? Oh, Edward, stop turning into me! Me making crackpot theories. Order, Mr. Edward. It looks like this time it's you who has dug his own grave. Oh, as I figured, huh? As you figured? As I figured, it came down to this after all. Mr. Edward, you're not making any sense. When I heard the results of the handwriting announcement, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next? What next? If the prosecution cannot prove Mr. Engard's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle. Well, I agree with you there. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. Oh? Well, that's fine. However, this witness is a little unusual. Edward Stone, this is not like him at all. Unusual? Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth? This witness is the one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of who is it that hired Shelley the killer to commit murder? That's impossible. Who in the... No such person exists can answer that question with such certainty. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? Who is this witness? It is, yes, go on. Who is it? The man himself. Mr. Shelley the killer. Oh, Mr. the Killer. Wait, Shelley the killer? Sorry, Edward? You mean the killer, I mean the assassin? Yes, Your Honor. He's coming here to the witness stand. Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize that this is a little very unusual circumstances, so I asked for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright? Yes? Is this alright with you? Do I have a choice here? Can't really do much else to drag this trial out. Unless there's no objections, Your Honor. I wonder if it's really right to do this. Well then, the prosecution calls a witness to the stand. Edward, is there no way left to us? Now then, witness. Your name and your, occupation, please. What? Well, very good, sir. My name is Shelley the Killer, and I'm a professional assassin. I say, well, what's going on here? Your Honor, how can you remain so calm, and what is the meaning of this two-way radio? Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace his sword, Mr. the Killer will testify to this court. That's gonna... Dang it, so this must be what that urgent phone call was about we got earlier. Oh no, this will not do. I cannot listen to my court. First of all, we cannot be sure if this is a real Mr. the Killer himself. Witness, please present some sort of proof that you're in fact Shelley the Killer. I understand. Please wait a second. I'm so hungry. Maya! A voice, what's a what? Can you confirm anything from this? The defense has no objections to this person. We're satisfied that this man is indeed Shelley the Killer. It looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so... Now then, witness. There is one thing I would like to confirm before I speak of anything else. And what would that be? At the request of a client, you killed Mr. John Cordia, is that correct? Tis as you say, I did indeed kill Mr. Cordia. Well, now that we've answered that, let's move to the name of your client. Very well. This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's a bad dream. Shelley the Killer. What's he gonna say? There's something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I'm here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. The name of my client. This guy seems to be a very clever man. I say he almost seems to be mocking us. I'd say he almost seems to be mocking us. Well, he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor. Mr. the Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief. You mean about this trust between his clients and himself thing? It seems to be a very level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness? Yes, Your Honor. There's no way to know what's coming next. Stay cool and collected, Phoenix. There's more important. I'm gonna press that. The trust between you and your client. I provide my services in a fast and elegant manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be troublesome. That's why you're testifying in this manner. This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer now so my clients can trust me. But can someone stab you in the back and break your trust? This has never happened before, but if it ever did, yes, that person wouldn't be my client for very long. There would certainly. That's enough, please, no more. Very well, it was only hypothetical anyway. That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It does not matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed rule. The rule? This person tried to implicate another in the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. You, who gave you the right to be so high and mighty? To the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die? Ah, no, I didn't say anything. The Jones had better watch himself. We understand, so please tell us the name of your client. I'm afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do. Alright, that egomaniac is not good for your health to be so aggravated. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you. Somehow that coming from an assassin makes it like I don't really care about the actual just host the name alright. Patient. Let's try to come down and it's important to understand his mindset. He seems very steadfast and close. Oh, so you're gonna have to work to get him to talk. We're just therapists, you know?
Dinner's ready.
Yeah. Let's press that. We can't hear anything you have to say louder. Can you please just tell us your clients? I don't think you understand your place in this art, Tony. I say this as something you must state. Do you know what the word fuss means? So sorry, go on. Well, look past this witness, you can't badger us, alright? All because you don't know about my situation. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Oh! And, wow, actually, that music, you know, thing. Press on the second. Is this the second? Yes, okay, that's the second segment. The trust between you and your client. I'll provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. Extend, I trust that my clients are discreet about my secret identity. These are the rules. Carry on. I'm sorry, but I was wondering about something you said. You said that your client had already broken the rules. The rules. Personal friends is the worst kind of human. And that's why you feel you could betray this person? I have no real relation to a client who I can't understand their assigned role. Just my luck and an assassin with a conscience who would have figured. Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This case just keeps getting better and better. If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think, really. In that case, I believe I'm prepared to disclose the information you seek. You made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready. No, okay. Excellent. On this witness stand, that I do believe it's about time rather than I'm a client, don't you agree? Press? What does it? Now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. If I can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness? What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. John Cordia? That person's name is... Adrian Andrews. What? Well, witness? That's not who you told me it was earlier. Pratel, what are you talking about, prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. What? This can't be. On the phone earlier. What's going on here? My guess is that the killer just stabbed Mr. Edworth in the back. Stabbed Edworth in the back? Sure, in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. the killer told him a different name. Matt Engard, perhaps? I knew it. This is outrageous. I was deceived. This witness is telling a very serious lie. But weren't you the one who summoned this witness? Kirk. You, Shelley the killer? My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt Engard, am I correct? All I want to do is help propose his accusal. Wow. All of a sudden, it feels like we could actually win this. Yeah? The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided the suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there's a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitive of all, we'll pull from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. the killer's client who requested the murder was not the defendant at all. No. With all this evidence, it's obvious to me that this means Mr. Matt Engard is innocent. I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please continue the discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. Bailiff, please bring Mr. Andrews in immediately. What now? With the way this is going, Engard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya. Yeah, but Edworth is right. The killer is lying. And Engard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I whip myself if I win this? Who would have believed the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant? Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission for further question the witness. Shelley the killer certainly lying under oath. It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, please. That testimony just now, it was all one big lie. Miss Andrews. Suicide note may have been a fake. But that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. Andrew's death is all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now, you have to believe me, it was a horrible, horrible lie. But Mr. Dekel himself has testified. He named you as his client. No, that's not true. Also, there's quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and the button, done in the nickel samurai costume, but that's... You even have a motive. We know that Celeste impacted a large part of your life. You want to follow her, and you want revenge against the two who hurt her. obviously have plenty of reasons to want them both dead. I know. That's alright. You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them. Please, help me. Choose request the trial to continue. Okay. Yes, I know the truth. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? We have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions. I have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do? Request the trial continue. Phoenix? I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept I'm not guilty. You are a lawyer. I know. But Matt Anger is a killer, a murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I'm no better than Engard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact. That is because of Edward that I know the real truth. He couldn't have gotten Engard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. Take this verdict right now. I'll be betraying his trust. His trust? I never thought about it until now. I trust him? Yes, you do. Mr. Wright, your opinion, please. The defense requests that we be allowed for a question as to the killer. Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright? Right? But, that witness has cleared your client for his testimony. Your job is done. I'm not done yet. To see through his lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. There's still more evidence to look at. Let's go, tag team. It's like we're back. It's like we're back in the one where Edward got accused. And we will team up on him. Every piece in the scar, a miracle will occur. Well, the trial will continue. Mr. Edworth, please roll Savage connection with the killer. What? Away, Your Honor? 2. Has a verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk to you a little more. About all you need from me was the name of my client. What else could you need from me? Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done. What's he talking about? Usually done? But what shall we have him testify about now? Mr. the Killer, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people in your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? Is anyone no one likes to... Yep, yeah, no. The one will... This point. Anyway. As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Mr. Andrews already knew from the very beginning that John Cordelia was dead. But even more important is the creation and planting of the button and knife. That is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. This is most unexpected turn of events, for they are almost fifth time now. However, this time everything has finally been revealed. Just a second, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Edward? We still have the cross-examination to do, but you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, the defense would like to question the witness, as if I have a choice here. Huh? What? Why? What this was said, but nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then I'll specialize that the also beneficial testimony, I suppose. I don't understand what's going on anymore. That makes two of us. Witness, present the lying of the victim. This statement. 1, 2. Sorry, I'm looking up things just because I want to eat and I want to end this trial. Because that is the last thing here. So my apologies. If it's me figuring things out, it's not fun. If you think it's not fun because we're looking things up, I just want to get this over with. And I'll save it. Hang on, which one's fifth? Adrian and who was there from the very beginning. Okay. Oh shoot, from the very beginning? That is correct. From before my client visited the room, all of my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. Okay. Why? No. Shoot. You know, no, we're not. I'll take the penalty. I don't want to go that far back. I will take the penalty. There we go. Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. Tequila. What is the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Mr. John Cordia had been murdered. But how do you know that? Well, this wine glass, Your Honor. The glass. Mr. Tequila's supposed client thought Mr. Cordia had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomatoes was poured on the victim. But isn't that just part of Mr. Angler's calculated plan? That is not possible, Your Honor. This eyeglass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they never would have left their fingerprints behind. I see your point, Mr. Edgeworth. What is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the exact same thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a amount of detail? It's not very important anyway, correct? I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Cordia's death. If not, then it can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. How strange, yes? Why is that the attorney has yet to raise objection of this absurd situation? Phoenix, Takeo figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Mr. Edward, I'm surprised. You know, you can't say things like that without any evidence. Sorry. Well, that was awfully weak objection for the two of you. Anyway, I'm positive there's a contradiction in that testimony. Prosecution will request further testimony when considering when the request was taken. Very well. Right now, I have to buy us more time. While we wait for the items that Kill left behind to get here. I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. This is a request came to me about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. We met at some bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory. I believe I made no mistakes. So you physically met your client, huh? That is correct. Being one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion. I say, well, Mr. Wright, do you your cross-examination, please? Request taken. Okay, what am I supposed to do next? Press on the third sentence. Okay, third statement press. 1, 2. So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. What was that? What was the brief pause? Press further, right? Yes. Witness, I would like to give a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I've never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? That is because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish trust is to speak to a client while looking them in the eye. Well, Mr. Watt, was the testimony just of any importance? Not important. What he means his client is not important, and that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions. Well, what do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I've already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. It was only for talking with him face to face that I began to trust him. That's when I thought I can trust this person as a client. It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. White, was the testimony just now of any importance? Yes. Why do I think I heard just now? Then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now is of the utmost importance. Huh? Really? If that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony. Very well. Then, yeah, present, okay. Profiles. Where's hers? I'd like to go with this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time? Yes, that is correct. And this is when you thought he was trustworthy? How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but that's an impossible tale. What? Surely the killer? You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. But why would you say that? Oh my gosh, I want the music back. Because you made one very big slip-up about her. So what is the issue? Oh good, you figured that out. Well, what did you say just now? About her? If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is a woman. Oh! That thing just exploded. Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? The witness testified to the following. Later on, the man has got face-to-face with the clients when taking their request. But he is now Miss Adrian Andrews in person. Yes, Your Honor, that's exactly the point. That means Mr. DeCure's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. No. This is so weird. Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor. Her name? Yes, Adrian Andrews is a very androgynous name. Yes, I see. I'm looking for Mr. the Killer. The entire time he was on stand, no one has said Adrian Andrews' gender. And so, he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. What? What is going on? Shelley the Killer? This court demands an explanation. I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So it does mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you allow me to testify once more. Or, I know he's just going to spit out more lies. Very well. This time goes to the truth and nothing but the truth. Yes, now I remember, I took that request by mail. There have been many times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the mother of John Cadera and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. So I took this job for a letter. He didn't mention anything about the letter earlier in his testimony. Which means he's definitely lying. Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me. If how strong a punch I throw, he'll counter it. Now then, let's begin the cross-examination. Sorry, I just want to save. Oh, there we go. Now the music's right. Two or 3 other things? Yes. What were these other things? A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It'd be real bad if I pushed his button the wrong way and he got mad. Press further. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney? Yes? Everything I've said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client, which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? I smelled the stench of a backstabber, and should you turn out to be one... Well, wait! Uh-oh, this is looking real bad. I should impress my luck. Alright, I'll have to think. This is worth pursuing. What am I supposed to do? Press further again. Okay. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were. If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine. The bear figurine? After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. So that this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Cordille's suitcase. And then, what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client? Interesting. This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony. As you wish. Surely the killer? You are really giving the bearer to Miss Andrews. Then this item should not have been inside it. This item? I see where you're going. Yep, that's where I'm going. Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? Your Honor, please, I'll think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. I was going to burn it for her sake. If it were even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken out the suicide note and burned it. Order. So that's where you two were going. Ah, shoot. So by the very verdict that the fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear, tell us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Well, which means? It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Oh! Come on, Gumshoe, where are you? Order. Mr. Felix Wright. I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. The cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement. No, that's not. That's enough. If that's your intention, then there's only one more thing for me to do. Well, wait, please. Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. Other matters that I must attend to. No, please. Not that. Please wait. Mr. Attorney, bring this charge to a speedy end, and I may stay my hand otherwise. Wow, we're seeing Phoenix break down. What in the Mr. What are you? Mr. Edward? Yes, Your Honor. I noted the sun was what this outburst this now. Do you think there's a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough? Well, we should. Edward, if we can't do this, if we keep this up, Maya, she'll... Ugh. The prosecution, Well, what has come over everyone? Even you are. The prosecution rests. What's going on around here? The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What? What? Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is the most unusual situation. If the prosecution will ask no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that is the case, then, though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. DeKiller's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shirley DeKiller's client is Adrian Andrews. No. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? If I end the trial here right now, then your client, Matt Engard, will be declared innocent, and in his place, Adrian Andrews will be charged with murder. Miss Andrews will be charged with murder? The prosecution has no further questions, so we now hear the defense's final remarks. Bella, please bring the defendant, Matt Engard, to the stand. As from DeKiller's hire, didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. I can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands. Dude, did the old guy finally decide? To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you're innocent. Huh. So, I guess the old fudgy figured me out. But Mr. Engard? What trust this lawyer I have, giving his own client up like that? And that refreshing spring breeze crowd says atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with them, pronounce to be innocent already. What, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side with justice, or should I save Maya's life? Then you got a guilty sentence, okay? But if I did that, Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. To say he's guilty or not guilty. Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. All hinges on what I choose. No, Mr. Wright. Let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Matt Engard, is innocent. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want, aren't you? Right. I can't do this, but I have to decide something. I can't count the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt Engard, is... Make your choice. Maya wants to go to the guilty sentence. We'll wait for your answer, Mr. Wright. Then Engard quite deserves an answer. Maya, I'm sorry. Matt Engard is... What? Francisca von Karma. Francisca von Karma. I had to recognize that weapon. What are you doing now? Oh, you see it now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix? You see it now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix, right? This is exactly why you should never take that eye that scruffy fool. Did you bring them? The final pieces. Do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence here is in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine. And his injuries are minor. All the items are inside this. What a filthy old colt this is. That's gumshoes. I can't spot a set of rags anywhere. I apologize for his ugliness, but there is nothing else to wrap these items. I apologize for his ugliness, but there's nothing else to wrap these items in. Thank you, Von Karma. I fought long and hard this whole trail. All for what's inside that ragged coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence. This trial is alright over. All that remains for me is to hand out my own verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial. What? Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you are right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please, these pieces of evidence are items left by the killer to escape from the police. He must have been in quite a rush. Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that turns this whole situation around, like a miracle. I'm sure of it. It's all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol. Does the killer supposed to have anything to do with this case? We're gonna throw 2 different endings? Here, you know what? I do. However, I want to see on my own terms. So, and we're gonna choose both, and then one's gonna be the real one. Okay, so we do have to question everything for more details. Got it. Does that pistol really have any relation to this case? You have yet to perform the ballistic test, so I can't say anything for myself. However, it might have something to do with this case, at least with me. That's the pistol he used to shoot you, isn't it? That's what I believe, yes. Oh. I kept the bullet they removed from my shoulder as a sort of memento. I'm sure it'll be an excellent sample for the test. So that's the pistol that was used to shoot Francisca. It's probably not going to help us very much. So to the court record. So a piece of evidence is this videotape. but to kill the trailer from Angar's mask and question for more details. Have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh yeah. Well, I speculate this tape is very important. Why would you say that? Because he came back to his hideout for it. Did kill him back for it? That's right. He looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Surely the killer is not an ordinary man. Court record. The last piece of evidence is the Spellborn uniform. Is that uniform a Gateway Hotel? Question for more details. Was that used during the crime? I am most certain it was. There is even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There is one thing I found interesting about this uniform, and what does that? There is a button missing on this uniform. A button. It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. Spellborn uniform added to the court record. That's all I presented, Your Honor. It's just as I thought. And was that, Your Honor? I'm sure, under normal circumstances, the items to show the killer would have been a very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing. It's who is the client. Yes, that is correct. And these firearms do not tell us anything about that. Oh. Okay. Thank you for allowing Miss Blancombe to step down. Wait, Your Honor. Please, allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Wonderful, absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? No, he is the worst judge ever. Is this the end, Phoenix? I knew it. There is no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But no matter how you think about it, it's try. For my sake, just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of the situation for us. Two. The first, make Angar wish from the bottom of soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer always places his client's wishes first. If Angar himself wishes to be convinced, then he will let his hostage go. But that may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. The second way, force the killer to end his contract with Angar. To killer no longer to think of Angar as his client, then he would let mine go. Yeah, that's even more impossible. He's a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else. I know, both of these seem impossible feats at first. But if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. Pieces he was just shown, he was not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? The other side? Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that was the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence? The defense, prosecution, the judge. We've seen all the pieces of evidence. That's how we come to know the truth. But there's one person who has yet to see them all. That person does not know the truth. That truth may be what will bring the miracle in the end. There are no objections of this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence. I'm not saying it's us that needs evidence, Your Honor. Then, you want to show the evidence to what person? Yes, Your Honor. Hang on, where am I supposed to say, is it the judge or Phoenix? When Phoenix line that. You know, I will save here. I do want to see the bad edit. I just, you know. We're just seeing the good. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Watt, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance. One chance? Please, show Evans who you think is the right person. That's impossible to turn the situation around in one try. One try. That is all I will permit. I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way to save me and we'll take Angar down at the same time. Now then, Mr. White, let's not waste any more time. Okay, there it is. There's my opportunity. Who would you like to show the evidence to? Shelly the Killer. I see. No. Tell this court with one piece of evidence you would like to show this person. I believe it's the videotape that we're supposed to show for the good ending, right? Yes, okay. Continue below, there we go. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Bailiff, please bring the translator from earlier. Alright, it looks like I managed to convince him. Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you want to show me one piece of evidence? Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape that's found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from a client. I was told to protect that videotape. thought so. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was certainly told by my client not to watch it, so I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you are on this tape. Me? There was a video camera hidden in that crime scene. Your actions were being recorded. What? Is that true, Mr. Wright? Who uses... Who was it that planted the camera? Well, the only person who could have placed the camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally. That was Adrian Andrews. Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Your client specified a time and place for you, isn't that right? Yes. That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. I filmed the crime scene. To blackmail you, okay. The reason why he did that is by to get out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client was secretly filming the crime scene. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come on now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What would you say to that, Shirley the Killer? Oh. It looks like I've been deceived from the very beginning. Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. Now, I have one question for the witness. Yes. You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traits. That is most of all. Yes, that's right. But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? Kill. That's obvious. I'll break our contract in that case. And then, that client will become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I will follow that person to the ends of the world to exact my punishment. Well, I see. That's all I wanted to know. I need to get back into my address. I'll go. That's all I wanted to know. So the target becomes the next killer's target. Oh, I get it. This is how we turn this case around. Mr. Wright? Yes? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I'll now return you to your precious item. What the? I'm not an item! Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. I mean, it doesn't matter. I feel guilty. This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I'm sort of, I don't quite know just happened though with the client and the witness. When Miss Vancouver, where did that? She always has you in her sights. She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. Mr. Engard, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the alcohol you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed session may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you will understand what I mean if you watch this video. Help me. Now then, Your Honor, the verdict if you please. Is this alright with you, Miss Wright? We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape from him now. Go on, Phoenix. Be whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief? Plead guilty! We're getting him a guilty verdict, like Maya requested, and he still dies and she's still alive. My Engon, even though I am a liar, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. Me, my wonderful self, you're guilty. Yeah, I know. If you got acquitted the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger. No matter which way you look at it, you cannot run away from your crime anymore. No! Guilty! Oh, he just clawed his face. As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth. Wait, I don't remember you helping out much in this. Mr. Edward, how's my Engard? I've left Miss Vancouver in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal of whipped leather right now. Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness? Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about the time Edward really went after her. And she's trying to forget him for what I did. This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. If I'm going to say you would choose jail, that's no concern to me. But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that was the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved. Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile. I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone. It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about. But everyone seems against spirits, and it's good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned. Come on. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. You were great up there, Phoenix. All I did up there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. You got them a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all that. What's really important. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right? Yes, I understand now. Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make. Well then, that's alright. Let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. Yep. Say, my client is, Matt Engard is. Is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then, and your answer spoke of what being a liar means to you. Right. Edgeworth, I have good news. Maya is now safe in the police custody. Really? But Pearl, you told us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, she's quite safe. She's on the way here as we speak in a patrol car. Ah, Miss Sigma is safe! You did it, you really did it, Mr. Nick! Ow, she punches deceptively hard for a kid. I believed in you. Kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her, Mr. Nick will save her. Thanks. Oh! But what's wrong? Miss Von Karma. About earlier, thanks. Ow! What, are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost. Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And yet, you're still happy? I don't think you'll ever understand this, Von Karma. How dare you? Don't worry. She made time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edgeworth? For my own personal victories and for guilty verdicts. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remains spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast before against me was that selfish. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then, it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself all that had happened, and so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. As well you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die. But that's not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change. Well, what foolish nonsense. We prosecutors do everything we can to attack the defendant, but every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of getting up like most people, that man would hold strong with undying faith. And then before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. And to trust us. What? You trusted your enemy? It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is to fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have. Or send the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always, eventually, reach that one single truth. This I promise you. The truth? Yes, that's the reason why prosecutor's defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, Wright? That's why you couldn't forgive me, this man who went into hiding. Is that right? This man who only had his sights set on a victory, who ran away into the night. Ah! Is Mr. Edgeworth alright, Mr. Nick? You two records? You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me all those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself. You pathetic fool. Miss Von Karma. I don't want to hear the one to whip from the disgraced loser. If Von Karma is someone who's destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. Yes, neither are you, girl. Oh, how many times have I defeated you in court? You're no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over. Oh, well, I wish you missed those photos for something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return it to the precinct, Bangular. Oh, there's something else. Ah, isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip? Miss Von Karma chooses death. I'll never set foot in our courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right? But she's kinda your sister? Shouldn't you have this? Okay. Nick! Maya! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Aww. Oh, Nick, I knew you would come through. You got convicted like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me. Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. Well, we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here. Whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost for parley. Is it really that easy to do something like that? But thanks a lot, Nick. Don't mention it. Maya? Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm relieved you're alright. Hey, it looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Oh, yep. Alright. I think it's time we got out of this depressing place. Huh? Where are we going? Food, Nick! Food! Grab! Chow! I'm starved! I'm so hungry. Even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick. You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least. Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please. If you insist. Come on, Edgeworth. You're part of the family now. Alright, so how about we hit up our usual burger joint? Don't be silly, Nick. Huh? This kid's best stuff an awesome even and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I decided that we're gonna make it up by having another feast. Another feast? Come on, Nick! Food! Edward. I might need your help paying for this. You want to know? Hey, Belle, sorry to keep you guys waiting. Oh, wow. Gumshoe, are you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would get a telephone pole of all things. A telephone pole? There wasn't a red light that got him? Yeah, I did it again, city boy. I felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out of me, and I ain't joking. Yo, Bob, it was more exciting than the last episode of The Steel Samurai. Thanks. Now looky here, Mr. C. Prosecutor, did you reckon you buttoned Mr. Wright too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it tonight even. I'll keep that in mind. Well, come on now, everyone gather round. Y'all are gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer. So Laura bought herself a new camera. Well, Ben, at least we can put this messy case behind. Well, Belle, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's show down, Belle. Amen to that, pal. Amen. No, when you think about it, you're the one who said the day, detective. Oh, me, you well at least think so. Cause what? If it wasn't for the 3 arms you took, I think this trial would end a very different ending. Oh, well, you know, it's... Huh? Wait, that's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things and built the show. What? 4? Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. There's a 4th item? Ah, come on, y'all, it's over. But oh boy, I tell you, it really was something else. You between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never dealt nothing with you, huh? You think? I know. Why does she look so happy about that? Okay, I am going to save over this, just in case, you know, it decides, oh no, you can't use this anymore. But being shut away for 2 whole days, weren't you scared? Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So to get my mind off things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had a rough gal, so what's this picture of yours? Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mr. Mai's picture. You know, I don't know where it went. Aw, that's too bad. Oh, well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway. I know. Game. Switch. It sure is nice if I see them both smiling again. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Oh dear. Huh? What is it, Edworth? This thing is picking something up. Ah, that's Miss Van Gog's receiver. Thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. Can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. Even though you're standing here, the tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, it was probably busted. It's probably busted this episode. Or... That's fun karma. You transferred it onto the 4th item that Gumshoe had, and the killer picked it up, didn't he? Well, it doesn't matter. All I find is about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do. Ah, but Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet. I mean, way too much, you glutton. I had fun tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait. What? I just want to say thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. What are we supposed to give to him? Present the whip? Oh! Okay, so I guess the whip. What's this? Thank you. It's all the thanks to you two. You and her. You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job. It looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya! Yes, Pearly? I guess you two can go back to back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean? But Pearly, would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me. Anyway. So who's paying for this lovely dinner party, bud? As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick. Huh? Edward! Oh, yeah, I'm kinda at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda alright put your name on the bill. Edward, come back. Huh? Yeah, you got me in a situation. Yeah, I got me in a situation just like that myself. Oh, there's a common shop in this hotel, say. I just bought myself this good old beer here, but about $3,000. Huh? Anyway, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all. Huh? Isn't it great, Mr. Nick? Guys, I'm a defense attorney. Wait, that doesn't get paid that much. I can't afford all this. Yeah, Nick. Why does someone feel like screaming? You don't need to hold back now, you hear? Yeah, but time to let it all out. This is going to be the first time I hear the real you. Go on, it's been a while since I've heard you say it. I've been busy being a hospital. Alright then, if you say so. Objection! Okay, well, that's that. I am back, and I forgot that, we're having taco salad, so I'm gonna mute this so you're not hearing me crunching. Wait, consultant? What would Von Karma want Adrian Andrews to consult her on? International Powers Gate 12, what? Where are you going, Francisco? Where are you going, Francisco? How did you know I was here? With this? That's... I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example. That's just like you. I planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy drag coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Oh, that's alright. Speak of that man. He told me something very interesting. I took 4 things in total, sir. 4 things? It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it in here. It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over. What are you going to do now? I wonder what the last thing was, though. That's none of your business. Are you running away? Shut up. You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred Van Common's daughter. Francisca. So many explanations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure, no such thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius. There's no doubt about that. But me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to. You may not be a genius like your father, but you're a prosecutor. You have been and always will be. No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away. Speaking of that, what gave me this to hold on to? Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? Maybe. Maybe not. I'm going to say this again. The prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply. Well, but you should be stricken down with that whip. You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could take down Phoenix Wright, a blow in defeat, then that girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge. I see. Okay, I apologize. I'm sorry, but I had a phone call couldn't answer, so now we're having a 4-hour long stream. Those who are watching the YouTube ad for this, well, yes, I know. Okay, you know I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today. I believe you can, just like how Adrian Andrews did. Adrian Andrews? You all got to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics, isn't that right? Today, you chased after me after I left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you're going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Francisco von Karma. Oh wow, she's crying. I am Francisco von Karma. Don't think I'm gonna walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now. So you better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, there's a piece of evidence that never made it to you. I'll take good care of this fourth piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again. What is the fourth piece? That's what... Is that what... That's why... She kept it, because it could harm us? She kept us from harm? Wow, okay. Well then, yeah, so... That's the end. I have no idea when I'll start the third game up. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'll do a video of the bad ending for that case, but today is not the day. So, thank you for those who stuck around. If any of you did, I appreciate it. Now, no one I'm watching is live. Follows live. So, yeah. I'm just gonna leave it here. I don't know when my next stream will be. Schoolwork is gonna be iffy for me. But, whenever I can, then the next time I'm streaming, we're going to be continuing my Magic Unit series. Ciao!